There we go. Caller, you're on the Troll Patrol. What's going on?
Justin, my brother, how are you?
I am fantastic. How are you?
Dude, you are looking and sounding fucking awesome.
Thank you. Flattery will get you everywhere.
Well, no, I don't. Look, you and I have talked several times, and we have we'll call it a mild disagreement on the sides of the political aisle, right?
Interesting.
But you do make some good points.
I try.
Yeah, and what I would like to do is try to sort of bridge that gap between right and left.
Okay.
So what can we do to come together as one? I mean, look, I feel like it's awfully unfair for you to go ahead and yell at us as being assholes on the right, and it's definitely unfair for me to say anybody who voted for Biden is an asshole, right?
No, I don't know. No, I don't agree with that because, like, I think I make a good, like, I'm not just throwing out pejoratives. I'm not just saying right-wingers are morons without backing up my case with evidence.
I'm not accusing you of that.
Okay.
So what I'm looking to do is try to find a little common ground.
I think
because the bottom line, at the end of the day, we are all Americans, man. And I mean, like, if Soviet Russia, say it were still to exist, were to invade us today, even though we're on opposite ends of the political aisle, would you band together with the Soviets and fight America?
Probably. Hold on. Let's stop with that hypothetical here for a second. You talk about finding common ground. Okay, I'm a far leftist, and there are people in the right in this country. Joe Biden is supposedly the common ground. How's that working out? Joe Biden. Joe Biden is the result of the common ground you're talking about.
Actually, no.
How so? He's a right-wing politician. I didn't want him elected. Nobody on the right wanted him elected.
No, nobody wanted him elected. Somehow he got elected anyway. We're not going to do that, are we?
What do you mean?
Well,
but you're talking about finding common ground, but Joe Biden is common ground, isn't he?
Dive into conspiracy theories, man.
I don't know how we're getting into conspiracy theories. I think that's pretty obvious that Joe Biden is like the result of a common ground strategy.
Okay, let's go down that road. Let's say he is, and if.
But there is
no, dude.
We are at a point.
No.
Okay, like where is Tucker? No matter what happens, Tucker Carlson is never going to praise a Democrat, right?
Yep.
That is like the why you're wanting me to find common ground with people who do not want to find common ground with me. So it's hard for me to get there, right?
No, Justin, it's not about fucking Joe Biden or Donald Trump or Tucker Carlson. It's about John Pick or Justin FREAKIN or, I mean, I don't know, like some of the other people, 16 Tone Studio. But the problem, RB. It's about Borg.
But the problem we face now.
No. The problem is that we let these fucking assholes at the top determine our opinions too much. What we really need to do is talk about it amongst ourselves. And fuck all these assholes at the top. Fuck the elites. All of them are bullshit. We know that. We can agree there. Tucker Carlson, fucking Brian Stelter, fucking
cure for what you're talking about is leftist policies. We live in a hyper-capitalist society. This is late-stage capitalism collapsing.
Well, the problem with what you're saying is that capitalism was actually a phrase invented by the Soviets, tried to disparage the American economic system. But let's let that go for a second.
That's not true.
Capitalism works.
It doesn't.
You know why? Because of a rising tide lifts all boats, man.
You're not in a rising. Ho. First of all, like this is a misnomer about capitalism. They always point to the people at the bottom get lifted up, which is correct. But what you don't see is the rest of the fucking graph, that all of the gains in capitalism go to the very bottom and the very top, and it hollows out the middle.
Yes, I agree with you there, Justin. And I agree
as well you should, because it's all the data shows it.
Look, no, dude, you're not catching an argument. What I agree with you, and you know what? And the problem with that, sir, it doesn't have anything to do with left or right. It has to do with fucking. It has to do with economics.
But it does. The answer to our problems is leftist policies.
Left or right politics.
Yes, it does. Yeah. It totally does. The cure for our problems as a society is leftist policies.
Yeah. Well, see, here's what I really, really do, and we've talked many times. Not many, but like maybe 4, 5, 6 times.
Okay.
And you and I feel like I have a pretty good respect for you. We talked about the Keystone Pipeline and the Seattle Seawall and all this kind of thing.
Okay, John. Okay, I remember you now. I had.
And I'm a very reasonable guy, right?
Are you?
And I'm not trying to fucking come on here and yell at you and scream at you, because you know what? Ultimately, dude, we're fighting against the party, not the Republicans or the Democrats. The party kind of controls the whole thing.
But I'm not a Democrat. Like, nobody would accuse me of that. I caucus with the Democrats.
I'm not a Republican, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what we are looking for is what's going to help the American people the best.
Leftist policies.
We may have differing views on how that's going to work.
It has been 40 years.
Justin FREAKIN is not an evil guy. John Pick is not an evil guy.
I agree.
We may have differing views on how to get there, but I mean the rhetoric and the frickin' vitriol and the anger, it just destroys my heart, man.
But are you okay? So you consider yourself on the right side of the spectrum, correct?
Well, unfortunately, dude, I consider myself a child of the Lord, but and look, dude, before you make fun of me for that, go ahead.
No, I'm not going to. You've been incredibly respectful. I'm not going to make fun of you for it.
I am a child of the Lord, okay? And I just want what's right for my country, bro. And
leftist policies, like that's like Jesus.
The policies are
fucking promoted leftist policies.
The policies are fucked up on both sides, man.
No.
I mean, you don't expect me to fucking believe that Mitch McConnell is a fucking staunch right winger, do you?
Yes.
No fucking way.
Mitch McConnell is the definition.
No. Hear me out. He does whatever is best for Mitch McConnell. That guy, I wouldn't vote for him in 100
Dude,
fucking
he
years.
has been one of the most principled Republicans that has ever existed, and one of the most effective
No,
lawmakers
dude, that's
in the
so
history of this
untrue.
country.
That is so untrue. That is so untrue. He's a machine politician. He is the same as Dick Durbin. He is the same as fucking any of those people out there.
Yeah, they're all
And
fucking neoliberal conservatives.
They're all machine politicians.
They're all neoliberal conservatives.
Yep. And honestly, dude, I was a very fucking staunch conservative voter of Ted Cruz. And I'm not sure anymore.
Ted Cruz is one of the worst politicians ever.
Actually, I might be on your page, bro.
You should. All the evidence is there. Like that's what I don't
I know.
understand, man. Like
That's what I'm trying to tell you,
you're trying
Justin.
to say that Mitch
what
McConnell
I'm
isn't
trying
a
to tell you.
conservative, but he has been one of the most staunch
No,
conservatives.
no, but
he is
what we
literally
need to do,
birthed
man-
by the John Birch Society.
What we need to do, Justin, is band together as Americans and force all these fuckheads out.
Leftism is
Rightism,
collectivism.
Fuck youism. Whateverism. Why do we have to have isms at all? What
Why
happened
are
to
you-
Americanism?
Because the solutions have already been prescribed to us. But, like, for some reason, you won't let me talk about it. Collective bargaining, putting unions together, making sure our labor is a powerful force.
And all that. That's a conversation we can have.
We need to get money out of politics, which means we have to go take over the system ourselves.
I fucking agree with you, man.
Leftist policy.
And no, it's not just policy.
Do you know
I
what
totally
do you know what
agree with you.
capitalism means? Do you know the definition of capitalism?
Do tell.
It is belief in money. Ism means belief in capital, money.
You know the
it
term
means-
capitalism came.
it means-
was fired off by the Soviets, right?
No, you're wrong on that. First of all,
No, I'm not.
yes, you are, because it was invented by like
No,
an
I'm
American
not.
philosopher, and I'm blanking right now, dude. Like you don't know what you're talking. And this is the same thing with the Seattle Seawall and the Keystone Pipeline. It's back to like, man, like I don't want to have to like keep telling you you're wrong about things.
Well, then you could just finally agree that I'm right.
But you're not right. That's the point. Oh my God.
Okay, fine. Justin, I'm wrong. I'm full of shit. But
I
am I
pulled my
wrong
fucking
in my
microphone out.
opinion that we should band together as Americans?
What do you think leftism is, dude? We should band
What?
together as Americans. Leftism is collectivism. Banding together as Americans. It's the right wing trying to get you from joining.
Collectivism
Yes,
is
dude.
anti-American. Collectivism is anti-American. We did not become
Dude,
this country
dude,
because
shut up for a second.
we
You
were
just said
collectivists. I mean, we knocked down that
we need
wall.
to band together as Americans, and then said collectivism is anti-American. Are you a fucking idiot?
Apparently.
You just contradicted yourself, man.
No, I didn't. You're twisting my words, man. You don't have to be a collectivist to get together as an American. Like, I don't have to fucking pay my neighbor's mortgage to be
How?
just as willing
How
defend
are
his house.
okay? I agree with you.
well, no,
Hold on.
Justin,
Shut up,
Justin,
dude.
Justin,
Shut up.
Justin.
Shut up. Shut up.
No, you shut
I
up.
agree
Why don't
with
hear me
you.
out? Why don't you hear me out? Will you hear me out for a second? Please?
Go on.
Okay, so I don't have to pay my neighbor's mortgage to defend his house from intruders, right? That is Americanism. That is love thy neighbor. And you know what? If you want to go and do that, that is out of the Bible. Because I don't necessarily like all my neighbors, but I will defend their property till the day that I die, as long as I live here and I'm able to do so. And I would hope that they would do the same for me. But collectivism means that I'm going to pay their mortgage.
No, it doesn't! Jesus fucking Christ.
No, that's what collectivism is. It's I have to pay their mortgage. And now, don't get me wrong, bud.
No! Where are you pulling this from?
If I had a neighbor that came to me and said, hey, look, I'm running a little short this month. Could you help me? And I'll tell you this because I've seen me do it. I have paid neighbors rent with no obligation whatsoever because they were solid people. They had helped me out in the past. We had, it's not even a quid pro quo.
John, man, hey, John.
Can you help me out?
Explain to me how I'm supposed to find common ground with you and join with you to take out the elites when I tell you, oh, join with me in collectivism and institute these policies, and you're like, no, that's anti-American. Do you see the disconnect here?
Oh, no. Yeah, well, I do see the disconnect. But the disconnect is you can't have collectivism that works at the point of a gun.
That doesn't make any sense, John. You can't be like, well, collectivism doesn't work when it's enforced at the point of the gun. What the fuck does that mean, dude?
I can explain it to you.
Please.
Okay. So, if you're forced to do something, it makes you resentful of that act. If you choose to do it, then it either is a righteous act, and listen, stop, don't. I know what you're going to say. Some people think that you can get to heaven based on your acts. Well, Jesus Christ didn't say that. He said that your acts are important in your journey to heaven, but you can't be a fuck-assa and then just pay somebody's rent and expect to go to heaven. Charity is charity for a reason. And so if you want to donate to charity,
what you are saying is right-wing fucking nonsense to keep you from joining in. It is to keep you from joining with me to nationalize industries that would be in our best interest. This conversation. John, let me talk. Let's take health insurance for instance. A lot of right-wingers will say like Rand Paul made this argument. You can't force me at the barrel of a gun to provide health care to somebody. That's not a free more blah, 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 blah. You've heard that argument. That's the same argument you just made, right?
No.
Yes. That was the argument you made against collectivism. That was the Rand Paul argument.
Look, I said I'd let you talk, and so you asked me a question. I disagree. Go ahead.
But that was the very same argument Rand Paul made.
I don't even like Rand Paul.
You can't force me as a doctor at the barrel of a gun to provide health care to somebody. That's not freedom. But what we're actually talking about here is pooling our tax dollars together because it is cheaper. This collectivism is what I'm describing here. Because insurance works best when everyone's in the pool. The more people there are in the pool, the more it disperses risks. So the cheapest way to provide it.
Why did Mick Jagger fly from the UK to Miami to get a heart fucking surgery with socialized medicine in the UK?
Oh my God, dude. Like,
I'm asking you a question. My cousin, I'm from Washington State. My cousin
Hold on.
Okay. Yep.
Do you disagree that we rank, I think 30th last time I checked, in healthcare outcomes in the world?
I'm not sure I brought up that statistic.
Well, that's where we rank in healthcare outcomes.
Based on what? Based on what? Based on what?
Healthcare outcomes!
Based on what? Income level? Based on
overall,
time
the
on a
entire
waiting list?
country, we
based on
rank
what?
30th. Because while Mick Jagger can
Based
fly in
on
here
what?
and get whatever the fuck he
Based
wants
on what?
done, my teeth are rotting out of my head because I haven't had insurance my entire goddamn adult life.
Based on what is your number? I'll tell you what. I have a condition. I went to an urgent care. I was sent to a fucking surgeon, and I was fucking solved in 3 weeks. Canada
Congratulations!
that.
That is not the way the
Canada doesn't
healthcare
vote
system works for anybody else in this fucking country. Matter of fact,
I'm sorry?
do you know what the number one cause of bankruptcy is in this country?
Yeah, I do.
What is it?
It's healthcare.
It's medical debt. That doesn't exist in any other country, dude.
Well, let me tell you what. Also, medical care on demand doesn't exist in any other country.
Yes,
And
it does.
you know what
Yes,
the
it
problem-
does.
Oh, well,
Yes,
no,
it
no,
does.
Justin, hear me out. Hear me out, bud.
Dude, I've got people from all over the world watching me
hear
right
me
now, and they're
out.
laughing at you.
Will
They
you-
are laughing at you.
They can laugh at me, all 4 of them. But hear me out. The problem is, sir, is that, if things would have just been fucking left alone, but Franklin Roosevelt fucked that up by making, now, don't get me wrong. I don't feel like he did this on purpose. Although I do think that Roosevelt was the worst, third worst president in American history. But I believe that it was an
most historians consider him our greatest president, and you're like, he's our third worst president.
I'm sorry?
Most historians consider him our greatest president, but John Pick thinks he's the third worst president. Interesting.
Well, okay, fine. I did tell you it was my opinion, right? I don't know why you have to lay into me about my opinion. We just talked about how opinions are an American right.
But hey, man,
Anyway.
we've talked before, and
Well,
multiple times
let
I've
me
had to be like,
explain to
that's
you why I
wrong, that's
think
wrong,
that.
that's wrong, that's wrong, that's
Can I explain to you why I think that?
I wish that you would take...
Can I explain to you why I think that?
Okay, go on.
Okay, so during his administration, and actually I think it was even during Woodrow Wilson, a couple of administrations before him, they set up the income tax, right? I think that was Woodrow, right? Oh, Woody?
Dude, you're getting ready to hit me with some far-right fucking nonsense, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I'm getting ready to hit you with some truth. Dude, there is no opinion here. So, Woodrow Wilson implemented the income tax, and he did it in such a way that it was taken out of your check by your employer without the employee ever seeing it on his, like he didn't have to cut a check to the government, right? Yes, no?
Fuck, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dude.
It's the income tax of 1913. Is that not true?
I've not fucking studied it.
So, I'm leading up to this. So, the only reason the income tax flew was because they were able to backdoor it through Woodrow Wilson, who is, by the way, he was a progressive leftist, right? Yes?
No, he was a horrible racist, and he was very bought out by business.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. You and I, see, we get it.
But no, he was not a leftist. I don't think you know what a leftist is.
Well, okay. I'll concede that point. But he's the one that instituted the fucking
For example, what do you think Abraham Lincoln would be classified as?
I'm sorry?
Abraham Lincoln. What would you classify him as?
Oh, man. Abraham Lincoln was... Yep. I agree with you, Justin.
Agree with what?
That guy had no fucking intention on ending slavery.
I said that?
No, but you know.
No. That is not what he said either. No. It said if he could preserve the Union while ending slavery, he'd do that. If he could preserve the Union while preserving slavery, he'd do that. That's not exactly his intention.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what does that have to do with it? I asked you how you would classify Abraham Lincoln.
I would classify Abraham Lincoln as a fucking Mitt Romney.
I don't think you know jack about politics, dude.
No, he straddled the fence. He did what he had to do, and he did what was right. Ultimately, unlike Mitt Romney, there's nobody like Abe Lincoln. I mean, it's hard to say. Like, Abe Lincoln was a very polarizing figure. He had one foot out the door and the other one on a banana peel, no doubt about it. I mean, you can look at the Douglas debates, right? And he kind of got, Abe Lincoln is the kind of guy that was drawn into greatness. He wasn't a great man. Can you agree with that?
To me, you're just repeating shit that you heard on History Channel or something.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. That's the kind of shit like, Abraham Lincoln was drawn into greatness, said the dude with the weird hair on History Channel, right before he talked about how Abe Lincoln was also a fucking vampire slayer.
Wait, was he? I missed that part.
No, there's a whole fucking, there's a novel written about it. No.
I did not see that History Channel show.
I'm making a joke. That didn't actually happen. I was conflating multiple things. But go on.
Yeah, so what? Maybe I am fucking spewing rhetoric about it. But it's true. The guy was a fucking rebel without a cause. He just was the guy that was thrown in. Like, you or I could find ourselves in a situation like that, potentially. Not necessarily on that scale. But
we have been all over the place here. So I once again, back to collectivism. The problems we face as a country require collective. They are bigger than we are able to solve by ourselves, like the fact that our healthcare system is incredibly broken. We rank 30th in the world.
Yeah, that's right. We were going toward how that happened.
We rank 30th in the world for healthcare returns.
That's right. Let's circle back to that.
The reason why that happened is because we have privatized health insurance in this country, with a very fractured.
And it was actually privatized without government intervention, because I don't know how old you are, Justin, but when I was a kid, it used to cost like $20 to go to the doctor. And I'm not that fucking old. But, like the government, Roosevelt did the whole Labor Reform Act. And then it got...
So somehow this is Roosevelt's part. This is Roosevelt's fault for doing a Labor Reform Act, which was beneficial to labor.
Health insurance became tied to the jobs under Roosevelt.
Yes, I agree.
And that's when the government got involved in health insurance. And that's when shit got all fucked up. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's the government's fault that health insurance is so bad.
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
I know. I've admitted that to you many times, dude.
You just, what? Follow with me. You just said they tied it to employers, and insurance has gotten worse and worse.
No.
And worse.
No. They tied it to employment. I didn't say they tied it to
It is the employer's responsibility. They tied it to your employer.
Well, because, and look.
They tied it to your employer. I didn't say anything wrong. I didn't misspeak, did I? They tied it to your employer.
Yep. And it was a double-edged sword, and I'll explain that to you, too, if you'd like to hear it.
Do you know why it's tied to your employer?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why?
Why it was tied to the employer?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Hit me with it.
Because, and as I was fucking telling you, it was a double-edged sword. Because at the same time, they implied mandatory overtime, which, dude, stop before you yell at me, isn't a bad thing. But what ended up happening was they started coming up with these things called fringe benefits. And so health insurance became tied with employment as a fringe benefit because they were not allowed to pay.
You're almost there. You're almost there. You're almost there. So that employers can hold it over your head. And that is the reason why they don't want to change the system.
Okay, so, Justin, look, common ground, brother.
But that's not the government. You seem to think the government is the problem, and it's not. Everything with you comes back to the government did this, the government did that, without ever acknowledging who lobbied the government to do that, or that who is paying the politicians to put that into effect. Corporations are fucking you.
Hey. Justin, I'm actually going to give you that one. You're fucking right.
I know I'm right. I'm well aware of it. And I have all the solutions for you, but you tell me that the solutions are anti-American.
Yeah, absolutely they are.
So my solution is to remove. My solution is to remove corporations from the administering of our health care, put everybody in the pool, which disperses the risk, and do a single payer system.
Anti-American is making me pay for your health care. That's anti-American.
That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about pooling risk in insurance. You say, it's me having to pay for you. No, we're all paying into the system because in the system we're at right now, you're paying way more than you would. John, shut up and let me talk. Shut up, John. Shut up, John. Shut up, John. The problem that we have, dude. You are paying way more than anyone else in any other fucking country. The United States spends more on healthcare than like the next 5 countries combined, dude. You don't understand what you're talking about.
No,
it is much cheaper.
I do understand what I'm talking about. And
no, you don't.
I agree with you.
Do you? Because the solution is a single-payer, universal healthcare system. That is collectivism. that is socialized medicine, as the right calls it, and that is the solution to our healthcare problem. Is it perfect? No, but it would be much better than the system we currently suffer under.
Oh, no. Look, the current system that we suffer under right now, and I will agree with that fucking phrase. The system that we suffer under. I agree with
Will you?
Justin.
Because you were defending it and was like, Mick Jagger comes here to get fucking surgery.
No, that's not what I said. I did.
It is what you said. Mick Jagger got plenty of fucking money.
What I said was, Justin, is that America has the best healthcare in the world.
It does not. It does not. It does not.
Do not twist my words.
America does not have the best healthcare in the world. What you just said was fundamentally false. No, we do not.
Do not twist my words. I did not say that we have the best healthcare system. I didn't say that.
We do not have the best healthcare in the world either.
Healthcare. We have the best doctors. We have the greatest.
No, we don't.
We have the
greatest
greatest technology. Then why didn't Mick Jagger go to fucking Iceland?
Because he would get treated like everybody else there, dumb fuck.
Oh, that's horrible. God forbid we have fucking...
God forbid we have a healthcare system where you can't get prioritization because you got money.
Obviously, you can't go to Iceland because you just get treated like a regular plebe.
Yes.
Yes.
You want your health. Yes, you don't want a healthcare system that's like, oh, we'll take this rich man over the poor person dying on the street.
Why should we favor a system? Why should we favor a system that treats everybody like plebes?
Treats everybody like plebes. Treats everybody equally, you stupid fuck. Goddamn, dude.
Justin.
Why should we have a system that treats everybody like plebes? No, a system that treats everybody equally, where Mick Jagger doesn't get priority because he's got money.
Here's the problem. Justin, please, hear me out. I agree with you.
No, you don't.
I agree with you. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And I'll tell you how. Why should Mick Jagger get treated? Because, okay, can we fucking regroup for a second, take a deep breath, and let me fucking talk?
How drunk are you?
Can we do that? Huh?
How drunk are you?
I'm not.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's worrying.
Yeah, I know. That's what my wife tells me.
You might want to listen to her.
Well, it took like an hour and a half for you to ask that question, so it seems like I've been making sense, but...
I just didn't care that you were drunk, dude. Everybody has thought that you were drunk this entire time. I mean, I'm sitting here taking gigantic rips.
But here's the point. And if you're saying that socialized medicine is so great, then why didn't Mick Jagger go to Iceland?
And I explained it to you that Mick Jagger is rich, so instead he went to the country.
Because it's socialized medicine, man.
Oh my God, you're fucking dumb.
Yep.
No, he came here where he could jump the line and be fucking have the private fucking suite. He can buy out the top floor of the fucking hospital because it's a capitalist society. But if he went to Iceland, he'd be treated just like everyone else. Iceland ranks far, far ahead of the United States in healthcare outcomes.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Justin. What do you do for a living?
Seriously?
Quick question.
I am an audio-visual technician.
And that's treating you pretty well, I suppose.
I wouldn't say it's treating me well. What I would say is that I have worked insanely hard my entire life to get to a position where I now work for myself and don't have to take shit from anybody.
And that is a fucking admirable thing. But you couldn't do that in a socialist society.
Oh my God, you don't know what socialism means, do you?
One of us doesn't.
Okay, remember how we went back to capitalism, belief in capital? Capitalism means the people with the money make the rules. That's what capitalism means. Are you following with me?
Yep.
The technical term is ownership of the means of production. Capitalism requires private ownership of the means of production. That's the technical definition.
Yep.
Socialism, belief in. Society, belief in society. So now, why is that a bad word? Socialism means collective ownership of the means of production.
So, you just told me that you work for yourself and you do your own thing.
Yes, I'm
right?
a capitalist and you aren't. You have a boss, right? You clock in. You take orders from somebody, right?
No, not really. I mean, yes, there is a...
You have a boss. You work for somebody, correct? You are an employee. You get a W-2.
Yeah.
I don't get a W-2. I file my taxes as a small business owner. I am a capitalist, and you aren't. You understand that, right? Because I own my means of production. I'm not against capitalism.
What?
Oh my God, I'm not against capitalism. Once again, I'm a capitalist. You're not. I'm clearly not against capitalism. You seem to think that capitalism is the exchange of goods and services for money, and it's not commerce. Capitalism and commerce are two different things. Commerce exists in a socialist society.
Yeah, I mean, the NBA will tell you that.
Huh?
I mean, they're sucking the dick of China, but anyway.
China is more capitalist than we are, dude. China's kicking our ass at capitalism.
You are your own boss, though, right?
Yes, I file my taxes as a small business owner.
Dude, I appreciate you, man.
I don't get a W-2. I am a capitalist. You are not. So why are you sucking the dick of capital?
Do you want the short answer or the long answer?
I want the short answer because goddamn, we've been doing this for too long.
The short answer is that yes, I do work for a firm. That's fact. Yep.
Yeah, you have a boss.
I do get a paycheck.
They own your means of production.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Then why do you work for them?
Because I'll tell you why I work for them. Because they have a really good reputation.
Because they're the capitalists. They have the money. They have the means of production. Yeah. That's why you work for them.
But I am the fucking product that they buy. I am the whore.
No, you're not.
I run my own small business under that umbrella. Yes.
No, you don't. You don't.
Except I do. I actually don't really have a boss. I do have somebody who, I guess you could say, looks over me, but I don't talk to my boss ever because I do my own work.
Dude, you are stupid, man. Like, I appreciate you being here, but like, man, like, why are you so dumb?
I don't know, Justin.
Like, really?
Yeah, let me ask you this, too. Why do I fucking like you so much? I think you're awesome, man.
I appreciate you thinking I'm awesome, man. Like,
I respect the hell out of you.
Nothing.
You insult me constantly, and that's, it's fine. But
dude, I love you. I'm not insulting you. You're just very ignorant on things. That's just a statement of fact.
I wish I wish I was more ignorant because, ever since, dude, I've been around the block a lot. And look, I know that I can't read them. I don't have my glasses, but I know that your people are in the comment section making fun of me. And you know what? I love all of them too. I love them for sticking with you, and I love them for fucking hearing us out. And I'm not going to give that up, dude. I'm not going to give up my principles.
I don't know what principles you have, man. I really don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. I know nothing. You have said nothing.
I haven't?
No. I know that you're a Christian. That's about all I can gather from you.
Is that bad?
It explains a lot. It means you're gullible.
What? How's that?
I don't know how that's not like. Religion is an insult to human dignity. Without it, you'd have good people doing good things and evil people doing evil things. But for good people to do evil things, that takes religion. My quote, that is a...
No.
I don't know.
No. For good people to do evil things, that requires human nature.
Nope. It takes religion.
Religion with or without it.
Nope. They always subscribe a higher meaning. The Nazis justified their fucking actions because they thought God was on their side. And it's been the same throughout history.
Yeah, that is true.
I know it's true.
Yeah, that's true. But that doesn't make it the true fucking belief.
What? It's true. That doesn't make it a true fucking belief. I don't get that.
The KKK. Okay, so are you telling me that all Muslims are terrorists?
No.
Of course not. I don't believe that.
Did I say that in any way? Did I imply that in any way?
You tried to tie Nazism to Christianity.
Well, the Nazis were indeed Christian.
They actually were not Christian.
Supported by the Catholic Church. Yes, they were. God be with us was on their belt buckles.
Yeah, but what God? Their own God. Not my God.
Dude, your God is your God and your God alone. There is no one God. Your God is the God that you made up in your fucking head.
Same with the fucking Allah Akbar fucks. But we're not going to blame any of all the Muslims for 9/11, are we?
No, I really do blame religion for all the horrors that have been caused in our I mean, not all of them exclusively, but most of them can be traced back to religion, yes.
There is that. Yep.
And I don't know why. You people insist on believing in this shit, and it's just so you can justify your own actions, I believe. That's my belief.
I can tell you why. Because there were a lot of sects back in the day. Not sex, but SECTS.
Yes, I get you. A lot of religious sects.
Yeah. And the Old Testament was full of fucking anger and vitriol, and that was misinterpreted as, yeah, it was fucked up, man. I get you. I 100% agree with you. See, the problem is, Justin, is that you and I agree on almost as much as we disagree on. We just can't, I guess, use the words to make it work, because you and I have agreed on a lot of shit tonight.
You never explained why you're a Christian.
I'm a Christian because I think that my Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior.
That's stupid.
Okay, that's okay.
You think you can telepathically communicate with some kind of a deity, dude?
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
Yes, you pray to Jesus, don't you?
I do.
You think you can telepathically communicate with a deity? That is just me describing what you're doing. Yes.
No.
Yes. No. God hears your prayers, right?
God hears my prayers because
you are telepathically communicating with a deity.
No. That's not true. I don't pray in silence, Justin.
Oh, that's weird.
Loud.
That's weird. You don't pray in silence? Because the Bible sure fucking says to.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
I pray out loud. I don't pray silently.
It says not to make a show of prayer.
And that's okay.
To be in your room, be silent.
It does make me feel better. And that's what.
Okay, that has nothing to do with the world and how it works. You're nutty, right? You're nutty. You believe you got a personal deity. That's a little nutty.
I guess so. Yeah, I mean, if you want to look at it that way.
I do.
I'll go ahead and go with that.
And I think that people that believe that there are a personal deity should be kept away from the levers of power.
Except for the problem is,
because you people are fucking nuts.
Deity. I don't have a personal deity. I have the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He's not my personal deity. I'm not praying to Frank. I'm not praying to Justin FREAKIN. I'm praying to the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He is not my personal deity whatsoever.
That's not what that phrase means.
I don't know what that phrase means. You made that up. Hey, I'm praying to
no,
a power
I didn't.
Higher than myself. Okay, fine, you didn't. That's okay. Look, I'm not here to argue with my Christianity, dude.
I don't know why you brought it up. I don't know why it mattered in any way. So
it matters because it's really important.
It is not important. It is not important in any way, shape, or form. It can be important to you, but when it comes to matters of public policy, which is what we discuss on this show, fucking not important at all.
Well, yes and no.
No. It is not important in any way.
Yes and no.
No.
How no?
Explain how it's important.
Okay. How about in whole family life? How about an intact family?
Huh?
How about an intact family? Mother, father, children in the house all together being raised as a family.
What does that have to do with the fucking Bible?
That's the whole center.
Huh?
That's the whole center.
Of the Bible?
Is the center.
Of the Bible?
The center of what?
Okay, first of all, this idea of the nuclear family that you're describing, the mother, father, and the children, like living on their own and
shit. Do I need to go back to the garden on Genesis fucking 2?
That's like the last century. Like that's not a thing that has ever existed before like the last century in U.S. specifically.
Are you kidding me?
Yes. No, I'm not kidding you.
The single parenthood rate.
No. Families used to be far more communal. You lived in communities. You had all your aunts and uncles and grandparents and everybody live together in a close-knit community. Families as this nuclear family, the father, woman, and the children, that is a last century invention.
No, actually, it's an invention of since humankind started. It's actually within the last century that went away.
Oh my God! You didn't listen to anything I just said, did you?
I did.
Families used to live more communally. Aunts, uncles, grandparents, everybody lived together. It wasn't this one small group, the father, the wife, and the children. That's a recent invention.
You're making my point.
Am I?
Yeah.
How?
How are you not?
I just disputed what you just said.
No, you didn't. You actually kind of went with it because I was saying that the problem we have now is the downfall of the American family, and you said
the American family, which you described as a husband, wife, and children, is a recent invention. The idea of the American family isn't how it was. We lived communally. Because back in the day, we used to have, like much higher mortality rates. So if the father was to die off, the other people in the communal living arrangements would pick up the slack. I know, I'm getting awful close to saying communism, aren't I?
No, not at all.
Love how our caller is advocating for communism, but doesn't even know it. But once you call it communism, they'll be like, oh no, that's anti-American.
No, dude, that's not what I'm saying at all. You're actually making my point.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Continue.
You're making my point by taking it back a couple of generations. Because my point was that the family is a mother, father, and children. And then you went ahead and took it back a couple of generations to say that it used to be aunts, uncles, grandmas, grandpas, mothers, fathers, because, cousins, sisters, brothers, uncles. And you're making my point. You are making my point.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
You just refuting your point.
No, you're not. You're making my point. Because I wasn't trying to go back 5 generations. And you're making my point, showing the evolution of the family going from what you talk about to what I originally brought up to now 70% fucking single mothers in the black community and 40% single mothers in the white community and like 4%, or I don't even know the number, honestly, in the Asian community. And guess who's doing well? The Asians. Better than everybody. Mother and father and the family, and it doesn't have anything to do with our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. It has to do with the creation of the family that God himself did that, the creation of the family. You can fucking cover your eyes, but you made my point.
No, I didn't. Goddamn. Fuck.
You didn't mean to. You didn't mean to. You didn't mean to. You did, though. Because you kind of just fucking... I didn't even bring it up. You go ahead and did that.
Curious, sir. Welcome. Good evening. I honestly don't know what your point is, dude. I really don't.
Yeah, you do.
All over the place.
Yeah, you do. Family is what God created, and the better family situation you have, the more successful you're going to be. And really, that's what it boils down to.
Oh, and really? Is that true? Is that true? Is that true? Is that true? Oh, the better the family situation is. Dude, like fucking, I live alone, man. I live alone.
I know.
I can't stand people.
You were probably raised with a mother and father in the household, though.
My dad wasn't around. My dad was a drug addict. You raised the mother and father in the house, dude.
So you're a success story.
Am I?
Good on you.
What the fuck?
Good on you, man. I mean, there's also equal number of us. I was raised with 2 parents in the household, and I was a total fuck-up. it's not a magic bullet, but it definitely breeds success. 3 of my 4 brothers are fucking way better than me. I was just the guinea pig, the oldest, fucked up everything. They learned from me how not to do it. They learned to listen to their parents. But
I would recommend doing the opposite of whatever you advocate for. That would probably be the just in general.
It is nice to probably be bitter and miserable, but
who's bitter and miserable?
Honestly, dude, no, I'm not.
I said, who is bitter and miserable? What are you talking about?
You're the one that's always angry. Look, it's funny because I actually really like. You're gonna be mad at me. I got turned on to your show by Matt Walsh. I know that's a shock, but I've been watching your show.
It's not a shock.
Huh?
It's not a shock. I got to bump up in numbers after Walsh, but anyway.
You did for like 5 minutes, and that worked out. And but I'm intrigued by what you're doing, man. I honestly, I feel called to listen to you and communicate with you. I like you, Justin. I would love to buy you a beer.
I like you an awful lot.
Give you a hug.
There's a thing to tip me down there. You can totally do it.
Here's what I'd like to do, man. And here's my point of getting in touch with you as I do. I want to share my point of view with your audience. I know they're not going to fucking take it well. And that's okay. They're going to think I'm a fucking idiot. Maybe you do too. And that's okay.
Your point of view is like, we don't have to go anywhere to get your point of view. It's represented. It's greatly across media.
Like CNN? Yeah. I'm definitely on that side. I mean, I follow Brian Stelter.
You're a status quo neo-lib.
What?
You mean
neocon.
Neo-lib. You're a neo-lib.
Neocon.
You probably would have voted for... You're old enough. You voted for Clinton, didn't you?
I did.
There you are a status quo neo-lib. Yes, you are a neo-liberal.
I voted for Obama the first
You're a
time.
Neo-liberal.
I did not vote for fucking Obama the second time, though. I didn't vote for Romney
neo-liberal.
either, 'cause fuck him.
But you're a neo-liberal.
I did not vote for Trump the first time.
You voted for him the second time?
Yeah.
I don't see how anyone can sit through the administration and then, I'm going to vote for this again. That's absurd to me.
Yeah, no, it was weird. There was low tax rates, low unemployment, low gas prices, good economy. No,
hold on.
It was hard to vote for him. It was really hard to vote for him.
You do understand he had nothing to do with any of that shit, right?
And I do now. God damn it. Where were you before?
Well, okay, here's it. When it comes to low gas prices, let's take that for instance. One of the reasons for the low gas prices was because during the Obama administration there was an explosion of fracking.
Yes, that's true, because he was so pro fracking.
Are you dismissing me? Because what I'm saying is
no, I'm
true.
Hearing you out. You're right.
No, it sounded like
disrespectful, Justin. I'll stop. Go ahead.
But no, you don't believe what I just said, do you? So here's the thing: is you're talking about finding common ground, but every time I tell you something that's factual, you dismiss me.
Dude, you're right. Obama was on that side. You're right. He did do that.
But every time, you try to dispute me, you come up with something that's not factual. And then I have to, go and I have to fucking, research shit to show why you're wrong. Fine. And it's exhausting. You understand that, right?
I'm listening.
But gas, the price of gas came down. It was at its lowest peak in February or March of 2016, by the way. Obama was in office. That was the lowest gas has been in like the last fucking 20 years. Like a national average, like $1.34 in February, March of 2016. The reason for that was the explosion of fracking. You can go and you can look up the stories and everything. When the market crashed, and it's hard to explain, right? Because they were fracking because they felt it was profitable based on future speculation. So they were actually eating losses in order to flood the market with crude. Because these little local fracking rigs, these weren't big companies, these were local fracking rigs. It was more conducive to a small rig to be able to do fracking. But once the apocalyptic day in the oil market happened during COVID, and oil went below zero a barrel, they all stopped fracking because it was no longer, because they saw that shock. And they're like, we can no longer frack at a loss. So none of those small independent wells have come back online. That has nothing to do with who was in the presidency or anything. Trump had nothing to do with gas prices.
I'm going to disagree with you on that.
Oh my God!
No, let me explain why. Before you fucking yell at me, can I explain why? Trump is the one that authorized Anthony Fauci to shut down the economy and drop gas prices. Trump did that. That was bad. That was real fucking bad. What
do you mean it was bad? That we saved lives? That was bad?
Yeah. So, you know what? In 2014, Justin, I was actually in the oil fields in West Texas, a little town called, dude, it's such a fucking small town.
So now what you're going to do is you're going to give me some anecdote, and I'm not going to be able to falsify it. You're going to be like, oh, see, this is evidence. I'm right.
No. I'm actually fucking backing up your argument. I'm backing up your argument. Obama did do that. We had like 150 fucking new wells in the area that we were working in. And
yeah, I know, because I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I never said that was untrue.
But you did say very dismissively, oh yeah, Obama did that. Remember? You blew it off like I didn't know what I was talking about. You remember. You even apologized for it.
I did. I had a fucking knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah, because what I was saying to you was the opposite of the right-wing narrative.
I don't live my life on narratives. I live my life on what I see in front of me.
Why did Mick Jagger run to Miami? That is right-wing propaganda, dude.
He did do that. That's
you still don't understand why that's a stupid fucking argument, do you?
You can't even get away from it. So I must be onto something.
No, you don't understand why that's a stupid argument, do you?
Tell me.
Oh my God.
Because he didn't want to wait for the fucking National Health Service of Britain to approve his heart operation? Is that why it's stupid? I'm not sure. No, help me out. I really don't.
He is a rich person. He can get preferential treatment. Here.
I am not a rich person. I had a bad knee, and they said, can we perform your surgery Monday? I was in the doctor on Thursday. I said, no. They said, why? I said, because, well, I got shit to do.
Dude,
I need to
you're
schedule
an
it
idiot.
a month or two out.
You are so fucking dumb.
Because I'm broke?
No, because you make horrible arguments because you don't understand why
How
the
is that a
things you're
horrible
saying.
argument? I got the same treatment as Mick Jagger, dude. I am not a fucking millionaire.
You did not get
I've
the same
never even
treatment as Mick
talked to-
Jagger, I promise you.
My doctor tried to schedule me a fucking knee surgery within a couple of days.
Okay,
of my
first of
MRI,
all,
and I told him I couldn't do it.
first of all, you know that the idea of wait times in other countries is a bullshit thing, right? Like maybe it's just a little bit longer for an elective surgery, but if you need, yes. Everyone around the world laughs at us and our stupid ass healthcare system. And then I try to propose things to fix it, and you say it's anti-American because you want to spend more money and you want to go bankrupt later on in life.
You know what?
Because that's what you want.
Right now.
Every other country that ranks ahead of us on the World Health Organization scale
is not the greatest country on earth.
We're not the greatest country on earth, you stupid fuck.
Country.
How are we the greatest country on earth? By what metric? By what measurement? What data can you give me that we're the greatest fucking country on earth? Please, tell me.
I can tell you right now. Okay. The fact that you're able to fucking say that we aren't and you're not in handcuffs.
We're like fucking 20-something in press freedom. We do not rank first in freedom of speech.
The only people that are getting fucked are the.
And let me tell you, Steve Donziger would say, "You fucking idiot! You're coming in here and tell me the January 6th protesters are having their freedom taken away from them when they committed crimes, when they committed an insurrection on this country."
What about
You're
the
an idiot.
Cop who shot? What about the cop who shot that lady?
Dude, you're an idiot.
National treasure.
You're an idiot.
And she was unarmed, but the fucking officer who shot Michael.
She was trying to break in a fucking door, just feet from sitting members of Congress.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were. We've all seen the video, you stupid fuck. We watched it here on this show live, and we've analyzed the videos over and over and over again. Do you realize how stupid what you are saying is?
There's no reason to call me names, dude.
You're an idiot.
That's mean.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, maybe.
If you think the insurrectionists on January 6th are having their freedom trampled on, you're a fucking idiot, and there is no common ground to find with you.
Yes, there is.
No.
How come?
Because you think fucking terrorists that attack this country are having their freedom trampled. I think you're an idiot.
Justin, that's okay.
No, you support terrorists. I don't.
The problem that I'm asking you is for at least the same standard for Antifa and Black Lives Matter riots.
What are you talking about? There were mass arrests throughout Antifa and Black Lives Matter. And let me tell you, the people that were committing violence, dude, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You've listened to right-wing fucking propaganda, and you're an idiot.
I'm from Seattle.
Hey, let me tell you exactly who did all the violence during the Black Lives Matter protests. It was right-wing militias.
Right-wing
militias.
With
right-wing militias
throwing fucking firecrackers at prayer protests in Portland. That's it. That was the right-wing militia who did that?
The fuck are you talking about? Oh, no. Do I not follow? No, Andy No is a white supremacist, you stupid fuck.
That's true. There's a lot of fucking ching-chong white supremacists out there.
God damn. And then he has to pull out some kind of racist bullshit like that. Fuck off, dude. You're so goddamn stupid. Fuck me. Feds say far-right group coordinated attack on Minneapolis police precinct during protest. U.S. Attorney's Office for the District of Minnesota on Friday announced that the FBI brought charges against a member of the far-right Boogaloo Boys for organizing and participating in an effort to incite a riot outside the Minneapolis police precinct in May amid the protests against the police killing of George Floyd. Over and over again. You win, you drop some racist fucking shit on the phone so I have to fucking hang up on you so you don't get me banned, and you think you win, you stupid fuck? What an idiot. I wish you people could feel embarrassment. I really do. Learn to feel some goddamn embarrassment. Oh my God. Right-wingers are fucking morons. I win. Yeah, you won, all right, you stupid fuck. No, I can't keep you on the phone if you're going to say racist shit. It will get me banned, you dumb motherfucker.